Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that tell us his truth, and much respect to the Akim out there laboring in his work, and peace and salutations to the hopefully elect that are scattered across the four corners of the earth. To USA, Shalom. So as America continues to CTD or circle the drain, we're starting to see the scriptures become more and more manifest, in which the testimony of our Lord Yahweh Shai consists of evils and only evils to come concerning this current system, starting with America, that's going to lead to this great overthrow in which a new system and righteousness will be established. So we're seeing these things manifest right before our eyes, as far as the talks of World War III, the talks of the chip, the MOTB being implemented, the talks of famine, pestilences, and evils all around. These things have been made manifest. As you read the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, it speaks about the vision being yet for an appointed time, but that the end it shall speak and not lie. So the vision of the prophecies is currently speaking, and mouths are being shut and doctrines are being destroyed. So let's go ahead and get into this quick news article right here from Natural News, where it says World War III will be the excuse for extreme food rationing across America. All right. And the key thing that we're focusing on is rationing. All right. I got another article going to water rationing, and this is all biblical. All right. So let's scroll down, because this also happened during World War I. All right. Matter of fact, we'll just go ahead and read this first 2 paragraphs, where it says, during every major world war, food rationing was imposed to offset hiccups in agricultural production. And the same would be true upon the arrival of World War III, which would serve as an excuse for an engineered food collapse. So during World War I, so many farms were transformed into battlefields, and so much of the transportation network disrupted that moving food to grocery stores was no longer as easy as it once was. And this is why on August 10, 1917, right after the United States entered the war, the U.S. Food Administration was established to manage the wartime supply, conservation, distribution, and transportation of food. All right. So yeah, war is going to play a major part, in a famine as well. All right. And that's where, the chip is going to be implemented. Of course, the chip is going to be mandated before World War III kicks off. All right. So we're going to continue reading as it scrolls down. All right. It says World War III will be the war to end all wars. And that is correct according to the scriptures. And so let's see. So right here, it says at one point at the top, Americans could not purchase sugar unless they obtained special government-issued coupons. There was also a voucher system imposed for coffee, meat, cheese, fats, canned fish, canned milk, and various other processed foods. So in order to get these goods in those times, you had to have a special government-issued coupons. So what do you think that's going to be in these times? All right. Bill Gates is talking about an international ID program, an identification program, in which we know that's pretty much going to lead into the MOTB. So in order for you to get these goods in this time of rationing, you're going to have that form of ID. Okay. So let's continue reading. It says, then came the war ration books filled with stamps that the Americans were told to use to buy restricted items. See, Within the first weeks of their issuance, more than 91% of Americans had registered to participate in the War Ration Books program. So you're gonna have to register to get your digital ID. All right, your digital identification. You know, so yeah, the ration is gonna play a major part in people taking this MOTB, right? Let's go to Ezekiel 4th chapter, because things are gonna progressively get worse and worse. The resources are gonna dry up. That's Luke 21 and 25. So Ezekiel 4 and 16 NLT, it says, "Then he told me, son of man, I will make food very scarce in Jerusalem." Okay. And of course, Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Now, this happened during the time of the Babylonian siege of Jerusalem, but this is also going to happen again. All right. It says, it will be weighed out with great care and eaten fearfully. That's how bad this famine and this rationing is going to be. You're going to get very small portions of food, and you're going to eat it fearfully, man. Like, damn, when is going to be my next meal? The water would be rationed out drop by drop. And the people would drink it with dismay. All right, so it mentions the food and the water here. You see that? Now let's go to this other article. From the People's Voice, it says, the WF orders global water rationing to starve billions into submission. Submission to what? To take the chip. See? So it says, the WF and the UN have ordered world governments to prepare to ration people's water supply as part of their great, you see it there, agenda for humanity, and we don't have to read anymore. So that's it right there. All right. Now you got the food and the water being rationed to draw people into submission. Okay. So let's read this again. Then he told me, son of man, I will make food very scarce in Jerusalem for you Israelites. Okay. It will be weighed out with great care and eaten fearfully. The water will be rationed out drop by drop, and people would drink it with dismay. Like, damn, this is all I get. So it says, lacking food and water, people would look at one another in terror, and they would waste away under their punishment. All right. So people are going to be literally wasting away due to the famine, due to the lack of water, man. And that's going to create, cannibalism, so on and so forth. Okay. So this is how this man Esau is going to draw a lot of you into accepting his desire of putting his mark in you, man. All right. Of putting his name on you. Okay. So Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right. Now you see one of the ways that he's going to cause these people to receive this mark, this chip, because of the global famine that's going to take place. All right. The rationing. All right. The rationing of food and water. It says, in that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, the chip, or the name of the beast, okay, the identity of this beast system, and the number of his name, okay? So, as we just read from this article, it's going back into World War I, you had to have some kind of a identification in order for you to get these certain goods. See? Right here it says, at one point, Americans could not purchase sugar unless they obtained special government issued coupons. There was also a voucher system imposed for coffee, meat, cheese, fats, canned fish, canned milk, and various other processed foods. Okay, so there you go. That's all you need to see. So everything is lined up nicely according to prophecy. And this is why we preach, a separation from America and this entire beast system, because laying on this system is going to lead to you being pricked, okay, with this chip. Ezekiel or Isaiah 36 and verse 6 says, Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, and the modern day Egypt is America. Okay, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So if you lean on this system, this broken reed, then when it falls, okay, you're going to fall along with it, and you're going to be pierced in the hand with this chip, man. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. See? But it speaks about the remnant in Isaiah 10 that would not trust in this man Esau. Isaiah 10 and 20. And it shall come to pass in that day, talking about today, that the remnant of Israel, that's the 1/3, the elect, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay or rely or trust upon him that smote them. We're not going to depend on Esau's system, right? But shall stay upon the Holy One, upon the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, the Holy One of Israel in truth, right? So yeah, right now we're departing from Esau's philosophies, and we have pretty much bought into the truth, and that's going to spill over into the time of Jacob's trouble, in which these people are going to be asked out, but the elect will be fed in those times, all right? And as you read in 2 Esdras 2 and verse 26, it says, As for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish. Okay, the 1/3, for I will require them from among thy number. Okay, so the 2/3 is going to perish, but the 1/3 will be preserved. So be not weary, for when the day of trouble in the heavens cometh, as we just read, others shall weep and be sorrowful. Right? Once the ration kicks in, you know, the rationing of food and water, the chaos breaks out, they're going to weep and be sorrowful. But thou shalt be merry and have abundance. And that's the elect, you know, departing from Esau, who smote us, and stand upon the Holy One of Israel in truth, because we believe in these words. All right? It says, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. So that means that what? We're going to eat in that day. See? So this is that bread of life that's going to preserve the elect unto salvation, despite the troubles that are approaching. So with that, Lord willing, you were edified. Until next time I say, Shalom, DTA, and the Bible, Soon.